welcome to another episode here on the Minecraft Let's Play. I'm standing here looking out over the ocean, mostly looking out over the Guardian farm which was built last time. The old creeper farm that I tried to build in the same area did not work, so we have to change that up. I have taken down the old farm using the materials. But this episode we need to get that creeper farm and another farm going as well, because I am in pretty desperate need of both gunpowder and iron. Even though I have iron going for me, since I have been down mining a lot and getting a lot of the iron ore veins, I really need to have myself a farm to get the iron for the hoppers in the coming sorting system. And I also need gunpowder, as I've established before, because of the rockets. But yeah, somewhere around here we're going to make a creeper farm and not guardian farm, and an iron farm today, and it's going to have three parts to it. We're going to have a creeper farm up in the sky, we're going to have the iron farm somewhere below that in the middle, and then just below here on the surface of the water we are going to get the actual collection system for both farms. So it's going to be a big project, two big projects, but I hope that it will work. So we're going to go and gather up the materials. I have some of them already ready inside of the shulker boxes in my base, but we need to gather up more stuff because not everything is finished yet. And we'll see each other after all of the materials have been gathered. Okay, so some progress has been made, and you can see here that I have a behemoth of a collection system with all the water here, and also everything. The wool you can ignore because that's just me measuring out the size of these things so I know where to place it. And I decided, since it is so big, I couldn't fit it on this side of my bridge, even though I would have wanted to have it closer to here. I decided that this was better because I need to have a large big area, and the water was very convenient. But this is the collection area. It's not completely finished yet, since we can look at it, and I have water as you can see from each and every one of the sides, and then it's going to go into here in the middle where we have some fence gates, and here we are not finished because I need the killing mechanism, but I have waited to collect that or build that until I actually want to start killing stuff. Now we need to collect stuff and everything, so I don't want anything to get destroyed. What I've also done is something up here, which I can show you. And you are probably noticing that it has a similar design that I have used before, and I completely missed that flying. So here we have the villager part of this farm where the iron golems and so forth are going to be made. And that's also the reason for me having this big of a square down here, because when you read on the Minecraft wiki, you get to know more stuff. So, for example, I have learned that villagers detect an area around themselves or around where the village is, and 32 blocks out on each and every one of the sides, both up, down, or each and every one of the sides, to search for iron golems. If it is an iron golem inside of that area, then they know that, oh, we don't need to spawn another one. That's why we have these big measurements in this farm, because I have put these units where the villagers are going to go 32 blocks or more. I think I have the whole area down there is 61 by 61, and this up here maybe be, I don't know, 55, maybe 50 by 50 or something in between. So I have taken a little bit of a bigger leap than just 32 blocks, and that's just because to be sure that I haven't missed anything, or that they can work independently. So that's why the big size of this thing. And we're going to have 4 units, the same thing that I had on my old iron farm in the old world, where I have 4 units as well. They were closer to each other. It worked very well because they got to spawn iron golems, but I need this to be a little bit more efficient because I need a lot of iron now in the beginning. So once this is going, it needs to be very good going until we don't need it as much anymore. So on each of these corners I'm going to build a similar design to this. It's the same design I've used before, just with new materials. So we have the villagers over here. They're going to have to sleep sometimes so they can spawn new iron golems. Wall here so they can't jump up. And above here we have a wall design with some fence gates that's going to push the iron golems down. So they're going to spawn there, jump over the edge and land somewhere around there, and then get transported down there. And this drop from up here, from the lowest point here where it's going to detect or look for the iron golem, it's I think it's 60 blocks up or something. It should be. I have it's 70 down here and then 130 up here. So it's a little bit more than the 30 blocks you need, but that's because we want to have the efficiency. Then of course around maybe this spot where I'm standing here, we're going to put in a pillager in a cauldron that's going to scare the villagers so they produce iron golem a little bit faster than they usually do. So that's why we also have built this farm up here and not down below, which I could have done as well. It's because we have a pillager raid tower over there, or a pillager watchtower, so we can get pillagers easily. I'm going to kidnap them from there and use the boat trick so they can they lose their crossbows, and then I can just transport them up here and scare the villagers. And we need 4 of those as well, and 3 villagers in 1 unit. So what's on the agenda now is to actually start building some sort of contraption, probably a bubble elevator that's going to take my villagers that I have down in my village breather up from there up to here and into each of these units once I've built all the other 3 of this farm as well. And then after that we're going to need to build a creeper and spider farm up there, or the mob farm at least. Now we're standing up here on the roof of the creeper and spider farm. You can't see very much even if I look out over the edge here, but I put up a roof where I've put it a little bit further out than the farm so we get darkness down in all of the platforms. It's a very similar design to other mob farms and everything, so it's looks like that. The white stripes here are just so I know where the farm border is, because this part of the gray concrete is actually where the farm footprint is, so to speak, and then we have the outer edge out above that. But we are not yet finished, because we are going to need to do some stuff before we actually call this farm finished completely. And that's to begin with the flushing system, because I've gone with a system where we, with certain intervals, will get water to spawn on the platforms to push all the stuff down. And that's why we're going to go with our regular hopper clock as well. Same as design as I've used down in the sheep farm, but we only need to make it a little bit here. So those over there, I just have to think, that's why I jump in between here. That there, then we need this, and we need the redstone block in the middle, and then just a stack of something or anything that we want to push into here, and I think 1 stack is going to be enough. Then we need 1 block, which I'm going to put here, and then we're just going to take, and once more the same thing as I've done with the old thing. So there and there we should get something to happen, I hope. Or have I done it wrong? I think I've done it wrong. Yes, I have. I've put the observer 1 block too high. Okay, so we need to fix that a little bit fast here. Going to need that. And we'll see. Creeper. We get that the farm is working at least. Made this mistake. So here, and we can only put do it like this. So we put one observer there. I think, do I have? Yes. I did know that I have more observers on me, and we're just going to send the signal that way instead. So we put that there. That should work. And then we need to get up here and destroy those blocks. Put trapdoor back, put that back, and then put that there. Now we heard the water go, so we know that it works. And if we hurry out, we maybe see, yeah, there they fall out of render distance. But we have both the creeper farm and spider farm it is, because like I've said in the last farm, I couldn't use carpets to get rid of the spiders because those gets flushed away by the water. So we're going to have spiders and creepers. But now with this, we actually have the farm finished here. I'm going to need to put a lever up here so I can turn the farm on and off, but I've forgotten that, so I'm going to put that later on. Now we only need to make a AFK spot as well. I'm going to try and land on top of this here, there. I did make this platform before, so I know where I'm going to go. And we can't make the AFK platform this close to the farm lower blocks, because then it's going to not spawn stuff on here. So I'm just going to take the coordinate of that. That's 290. And we need to go down, I think it's 270. Around that should be okay. So I'm going to take away this small platform, and we're going to move it a little bit further down to the right level so I can use the whole farm. Also, what's important, and I think I haven't mentioned this before, is that I've made this farm as high as I can in the world. It goes almost up to build limit, which is in 1.18 319 blocks instead of the 256 that it was before, or something like that. So instead we have the advantage of moving the player upwards as much, because then we're going to get a lot of stuff that spawns up there instead. So we're just going to go, oh, we're going a little bit too low instead. And 258. And there we have mobs falling on us as well. 256, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we should be at 270. Or the player is at least. Then we're going to make a small platform here. I'm going to make it pretty safe as well, so I don't get the hurt of maybe getting a mob in my head. I don't think that should be possible, but you never know. You never know when it comes to Minecraft. So that there. We're also, of course, going to need to take away the middle part of the platform, so maybe not there. Then we make just this sort of small roof here. There, and there. Good. And then we can take away these. Then I'm going to sleep actually, so we get some daytime. And after that we can look a little bit at how the farms are working, because we have both the iron farm, which has been working while I've been working on the creeper farm, creeper and spider farm, and we'll see how it works. I've seen that the iron golems are spawning almost constantly, so it should be okay. And here we can see that the spiders are spawning as well, and I hope that not all the spiders are taking up, because I don't see a lot of creepers. Then we have to do something about that. I don't know what, but we have to do it. So I'm just going to take down this pillar here, and we're going to check how it works, and I can also show you a little bit of how the farm works and everything, and a little bit of the iron farm which I put in afterwards. So as you can see here, I put in all the 4 pillagers standing and waiting on them, and we also have the same design as in my old iron farm from season 2, where we have the daylight detector that sends out a signal to the piston. If the piston pushes down, which it does during nighttime, the villagers can sleep, and when they sleep they are able to spawn iron golems. They need to have a pretty constant sleep schedule to be able to push iron golems out, so we need to make them able to sleep, so that's why. Which is going to be a little bit of a bad timing, since I am very bad at sleeping since I'm down in the caves. So it's not going to be fully efficient. And here we had a mob, and I was on my way to die. I did not, though. Forgot about the zombie there. Okay, I have to take this down later, but you are going to go down there. Then you can go down and get killed by the other stuff. So down below here we have the killing chamber, which is all of the magma blocks are down there, and we have both iron golems and also spider and creepers that are not spawning as of this moment because I think I'm too far away maybe, but they all get pushed in here. Gets the water, it pushes every one of them, they die, and then this loot sends out into this water canal, and then we have the collection system here. And we'll see how much iron we have. Pretty good, actually. I haven't... Oh, I've done a mistake, I've realized now. We're going to have to rectify that. Yeah, I wonder why I didn't have any spider webs in here, because that should be in here. But yeah, when the mobs drop a little bit too low from the player point, they despawn. So we need to make the AFK spot much lower than we have there, somewhere in between here maybe, so we have 128 blocks up and 128 blocks down. That's unfortunate, that I didn't think of. Okay, but we have a lot of iron, as you can see, and some concrete as well. I have amassed a little bit of it early on, because we did need to make place for it. I need to make this bigger. One double chest is not going to be enough, but it was temporary, so we have a lot of iron in here. That's good. Iron was why I was after much of the time, at least, because we need to have lots of iron for the collection system and the hoppers. But I need to move the AFK spot. I'm going to do that off camera, because I think you guys have got enough excitement for today. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, consider leaving a like and a comment on the episode, telling me what you liked about the episode. You can also support the channel even more by subscribing and not missing any future episodes. With that, we're going to make good use of the iron from this farm. Hope you have enjoyed it. We'll see each other in the next episode. Goodbye.